Let's face it, relationships can be complicated. Sometimes we get so caught up in the excitement of a new romance that we overlook some glaring warning signs. Ignoring these red flags is like ignoring a ticking time bomb. So in this video, we're diving deep into 7 major red flags that women should never ignore in a relationship. Knowledge is power, and when it comes to relationships, you deserve to be empowered. This first one is crucial, folks. A man who respects you will respect your boundaries, period. These boundaries can be physical, emotional, or even just about your personal space and time. We're talking about a guy who understands no means no. He doesn't pressure you into doing anything that makes you uncomfortable. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, he just really wants to be close to me. But there's a big difference between wanting to be close and completely disregarding your needs and limits. A man who truly cares about you will want you to feel safe and respected, not pressured or controlled. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're not comfortable with public displays of affection. A respectful man will understand and respect that. He won't try to guilt you or make you feel bad for having that boundary. On the other hand, a man who disrespects your boundaries might try to push the issue, saying things like, "Come on, it's just a kiss." Remember, you deserve to be with someone who respects you, all of you, boundaries and all. Let's be real. Honesty is the foundation of any strong relationship. Without it, you're building on shaky ground. When you can't trust your partner, every interaction becomes a potential minefield. You start second-guessing their words and actions, wondering if there's more beneath the surface. Dishonesty can manifest in many forms, from small, seemingly insignificant lies to major deceptions that can shake the very core of your relationship. Now, dishonesty can show up in many forms. It could be small, seemingly insignificant lies like fibbing about where he was or who he was with. These small lies might seem harmless at first, but they can accumulate over time, creating a web of deceit that's hard to untangle. Or it could be bigger, more serious deceptions, like hiding aspects of his past or being dishonest about his finances. These lies can have a profound impact on the trust and stability of your relationship. Regardless of the size of the lie, dishonesty erodes trust. It creates an environment of suspicion and doubt, making it difficult to feel secure in the relationship. You start questioning everything, wondering what else he might be hiding. This constant state of vigilance can be exhausting and emotionally draining. You might find yourself checking his phone or going through his things, looking for evidence of dishonesty. This behavior can further strain the relationship. Another form of dishonesty to watch out for is manipulation. A manipulative partner might try to gaslight you, making you doubt your own memories or perceptions. He might twist your words or situations around to make himself look good and you look bad. This is a classic manipulation tactic designed to keep you off balance and maintain control. For example, let's say you catch him in a lie. Instead of owning up to it, he turns it around on you, saying you're overreacting or imagining things. This tactic can make you question your own sanity and erode your self-confidence. It's a way for him to deflect responsibility and avoid facing the consequences of his actions. Instead of owning up to it, he turns it around on you, saying you're overreacting or imagining things. This is a classic manipulation tactic designed to keep you off balance and maintain control. Don't settle for anything less than honesty and openness in your relationships. Remember, a healthy relationship is built on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. Don't settle for anything less than honesty and openness in your relationships. We all mess up sometimes, right? It's a universal truth that no one is perfect. Mistakes are part of the human experience. It's part of being human. But what truly defines us is how we handle these mistakes. The mark of a mature and responsible person is their willingness to own up to their mistakes and take accountability for their actions. This is a sign of true character and integrity. When a man consistently avoids taking responsibility and shifts the blame onto others, it's a major red flag. This behavior can erode trust and create a toxic environment. Think about it. How many times have you heard a guy say, "She made me do it," or "It's not my fault, it's hers"? These phrases are classic examples of deflecting responsibility. A man who truly cares about you will be willing to look in the mirror and acknowledge his own role in the situation. This self-awareness is crucial for personal growth and healthy relationships. This lack of accountability can manifest in different ways. It can be subtle or overt, but the impact is always damaging. He might make excuses for his behavior, blaming it on stress, work, or even his childhood. These are common justifications that deflect from the real issue. While these factors might contribute to his actions, they don't excuse them. Everyone faces challenges, but how we respond to them defines our character. Another way lack of accountability shows up is through deflection. This tactic can be confusing and frustrating for the person on the receiving end. When you try to address a problem or express your feelings, he might turn it around on you, making you feel like you're the one at fault. This can create a cycle of blame and defensiveness that is hard to break. He might turn it around on you, making you feel like you're the one at fault. This can create a cycle of blame and defensiveness that is hard to break. Here's the bottom line. A relationship without accountability is like a two-legged stool. It's inherently unstable. Without a foundation of trust and responsibility, it cannot stand. If a man consistently avoids taking responsibility for his actions, it's a sign that he's not ready for a healthy, mature relationship. This behavior indicates a lack of readiness for true partnership. Recognizing these signs early can save you from heartache and help you find a relationship built on mutual respect and accountability. You can tell a lot about a man by how he treats other people, especially those he perceives as being in a less powerful position. Pay close attention to how he interacts with waiters, cashiers, family members, and even strangers. Does he treat them with respect and kindness, or does he talk down to them, belittle them, or act entitled? If he's willing to disrespect others in public, it's only a matter of time before that disrespect rears its ugly head in your relationship. One particularly concerning form of disrespect is prejudice or discrimination. Does he make sexist, racist, or homophobic jokes? These attitudes are not only unacceptable but also indicative of a deeper lack of empathy and compassion. Another red flag to watch out for is how he talks about his exes. Does he constantly badmouth them, blaming them for all the problems in the relationship? Don't settle for a man who doesn't treat everyone with basic human dignity and respect.
Now, a little jealousy in a relationship is normal. It's a natural human emotion that can even add a bit of spice to a relationship. It's natural to feel a twinge of protectiveness when you care about someone. This kind of jealousy can be harmless and even endearing, but when jealousy becomes excessive or possessive, it's a sign of insecurity and control issues, and that's a recipe for disaster. This kind of behavior can quickly turn a loving relationship into a toxic one. A man who is excessively jealous will constantly question your whereabouts, your interactions with other people, and even your social media activity. He might invade your privacy by checking your phone or social media accounts. He might try to isolate you from your friends and family, making you feel like you have to choose between him and the other important people in your life. This isolation can make you feel lonely and dependent on him. This type of behavior is not about love, it's about control. It's about making you feel like you can't live without him, even though he's the one causing the pain. He's trying to control your interactions, your relationships, and ultimately, you. This control can manifest in various ways, from dictating what you wear to deciding who you can talk to. He might try to justify his behavior by saying things like, "I just love you so much," or "I'm just afraid of losing you." But don't be fooled. These statements are often used to manipulate you into accepting his controlling behavior. These are often manipulation tactics designed to keep you under his thumb. They are meant to make you feel guilty for wanting your own space and independence. Remember, a healthy relationship is built on trust, respect, and freedom. Both partners should feel free to be themselves without fear of judgment or control. If a man tries to control you or isolate you from the people you love, it's a sign to get out of the relationship. Your well-being and happiness should always come first. Don't let anyone cage your spirit.
They say history tends to repeat itself, and that holds true in relationships as well. If a man has a pattern of unhealthy or failed relationships, it's important to pay attention to that. Now, I'm not saying that everyone with a few exes is damaged goods, but if a man consistently blames his exes for everything, refuses to take responsibility for his own actions, or shows the same negative patterns in each relationship, it's a sign that he might not be ready or willing to change. Listen carefully to how he talks about his past relationships. Does he take responsibility for his own role in the breakups? Or does he paint himself as the victim and his exes as the villains? We all make mistakes in relationships. But the important thing is to learn from those mistakes and grow as individuals. Words have power. They can build someone up or tear them down. In a healthy relationship, partners use words to encourage, support, and uplift each other. But in a toxic relationship, words become weapons. If a man constantly criticizes you, puts you down, or makes you feel small, it's a sign of emotional abuse. This type of behavior can be subtle at first. It might start with backhanded compliments or sarcastic remarks disguised as jokes. He might make fun of your appearance, your intelligence, or your accomplishments. When you try to address it, he might dismiss your feelings, saying you're too sensitive or can't take a joke. Over time, this constant criticism can chip away at your self-esteem, making you doubt yourself and your worth. Remember, you deserve to be with someone who celebrates your strengths, supports your dreams, and makes you feel good about yourself. Don't settle for someone who makes you feel small or inadequate. So there you have it. 7 red flags that no woman should ever ignore in a relationship. Remember, recognizing these red flags early on can save you from a lot of heartache down the road. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Don't be afraid to ask yourself the tough questions. Is this relationship bringing out the best in me? Do I feel respected, valued, and loved for who I am? And remember, you're not alone. If you're in a relationship that's causing you pain or making you question your worth, please reach out for help. You deserve to be in a relationship that brings you joy, not pain. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content.